What's that? Okay. I hope everyone's good. I don't know what that is. I think I do know, but whatever. Today's live is going to be very, you guys know, you have to understand. I'm in this constant state of relaxation. Usually my mental paralysis comes out. Well, not anymore. So I had a mental paralysis, and when it came out, I would think sporadically I would have a lot to say. I would have a lot going on up here, right? I started watching this channel, Neural Knowledge. It has been like so life-changing for me. And this is why today live is titled Pretty Girl in a Pretty World, because you change how you look at the world that you're in, right? So for me, I've always been a pretty girl. I think that I, like a lot of people, internalized traumas and transmitted mental disease, as my man Neuro would say. I really feel like for a long time, the desirability of what's proven in the reality of where you're at the moment. And you start internalizing a lot of things societally. And what happened is, like, I start realizing how beautiful the world is because I'm in it. Pretty girl in a pretty world because I bring pretty vibes. I bring good energy. I bring so much light. I have so much personality. I have so much smarts. I have so much brains. I am it. And when I believe that I am it, things around me will also realize that I'm it. These realizations, these things came from me being stuck with my values and for real about who I am, and I'm not taking less from nobody. After I start staying 10 toes down with that ideal, a lot of things changed for me. My mind changed for me. My freaking suggestion box on YouTube changed. Right? Sorry, y'all. Ew. I really hate that lip gloss. It tastes disgusting. Good thing I got a lot of lip gloss. That is disgusting. Good thing I have lip gloss galore. Hello. Hi. So, after you realize that you're that person and you have a lot to offer and you make the world a better place just being in it. Everything else that you're worrying about, everything else that you're fixating on that's not giving you good energy, slowly disperse. Oh, thank you guys. Do you believe in God? When up love, cause Cassie pulled the trigger. Y'all can tell I'm really like, so a lot of us doing these practices, these weirdo things, these weird knowledge, the manifestation, the freaking crystals. Yeah, that's not going to change your reality. You can change your reality. It is so easy for us to be caught up on the negative and what people told us and programmed. We all do that. That's human nature. But what the coolest thing about reality is that you are the one. Your mind creates the reality. And you got to snap out of it. It says, God made you perfect. Oh, thank you. So after you realize that you're creating this false sense of self and this false sense and this false illusion of reality that's making you feel like things are impossible, you start changing your mind. Now, I've been going through a lot of realizations. I've been going through a lot of understandings, I guess epiphanies on life. And the universe is showing me things. It is putting things in my position. I look at one thing, things start trembling, my mind become open. I'm open to good things. I'm in a place in my life that I'm open in my mind. I'm magnetic to good things. Okay? It is takes work. It's effort. It's not going to happen overnight. Welcome to the Big Mama House, period. Do you believe? Okay. So you got to put yourself in position to accept what's going on. You have to put yourself in position to accept that you can be better. If you don't feel like you deserve better, you're going to have all these negative. I can tell, listen, I can focus and dwell on the negativity that's coming on my chat. That is going to F up my frequency on the motive I have for today's live. And I'm determined to concentrate how to change my trajectory, how to change my surroundings with my own mind. Yeah? Thank you, Eric. It takes acceptance, and it takes being okay with things not panning out. It's manifestation is okay. It's being okay with or without. Either it happens or it doesn't happen. But I'm gonna be okay because I know my value in the universe. I know that I'm valuable. I know that I'm here for a higher purpose. So maybe these things that I'm wanting and I'm chasing are not for me, and I don't know that. We don't know. That's another thing. We don't know everything. All we can do is change our mind. And with the science and when all of the, formulas and the breakdowns and studies of many of metaphysicians and philosophers, they start really, in ontologies, you start realizing what that actually means for you. Do not turn mediums or seek out spirits, for you will be defied by them. So do not seek things. Do not seek all these things. Do your best with yourself and know who you are. See, a pretty girl in a pretty world, the title. I was born beautiful. I was born pretty. Society and life changed the way that I thought I was. The racism, people, bad comments, all the stuff, the negative. The negative was more important than the positive. And I was wondering why because things didn't feel. The universe is going to give you what you are. If you're in constant despair, you're in constant annoyance, if you're constant trying to fix and see what's wrong with yourself, the universe is going to constantly show you what's wrong with you. And it's going to attract people who are going to focus on what's wrong with you. You're going to attract people who are going to drain you and drag you to the ground. Because that's what you do to yourself. Yeah. Yeah. And it takes you being honest with the journey, being honest with yourself, being honest with the decisions. It takes you being honest and accepting your mistakes, accepting your past, and let it be your past. Do not let it be your future and who are you becoming. Things are changing. I knew my frequency is changing. You know what was so cool? So Neuro Knowledge, I need everybody to go check out Neuro Knowledge. Love him. Freaking, manifestation of, claiming him to be my husband. Like, I love Neuro Knowledge, but he said something that made a lot of sense to me. It's like, your old self wants to keep on to it doesn't want you to flourish. It doesn't want you to be new. It doesn't want you to reinvent yourself. It wants you to keep safe. It kind of protects you. And that's what trauma does. And we talk about the psychological tips. All of that fear and stuff is protecting you because the trauma. You don't want to, your body doesn't want to go. Your mind doesn't want to go because that's what it thinks is going to happen. You have re-altered, is alter every time you go through trauma, it alters itself. So since it's altering itself, and since that it's saying, hey, this is a problem, I don't want to go through this again, you start to believe that if you try this again, that that's going to be the outcome. And also focus on the outcome, your mindset of the outcome. Say that you tried something, it didn't work out the way. What did you learn? What could have you done to do better? Preparation, learning from these mistakes. You're already saying, well, we don't, how about you don't care? How about you just do your best and have fun? How about you just do your best and have fun with things that matter and you're passionate about and not expect so much from it? The more that we're like focused and forcing things, the more that they want to be away. Like for instance, being a woman and dating guys, the more that you're clingy, the more they don't want you. The more that you act like they don't exist, the more they want you. Yeah, that's how your desires and your goals are. Like the more you obsess, fixate, spend so much time on this one thing, the more it was repel away from you. It doesn't want you. That's how it works. So the more that you're focused on, okay, I want to do this thing, but I want to focus on myself, my mindset. I want to dedicate routines. I want to be consistent. And I don't want to think about, okay, me being consistent for 6 months. How about I just do it and don't know what it is? I knew I was getting a higher frequency because I was just starting to do stuff I haven't done in a while for myself. I started to think completely differently. I cut a lot of people off. I did not want, and the thing is that my mind, my old sense of self, my old fear, my trauma, all of that is guarded up. It doesn't want me to leave. That freaking chick, she wants me to fucking be scared, hermit in my room, negative, rag on my head on live, not looking good on live, not looking good out in public, looking crazy, depressed, stressed out, skin dry. Like, that's what my old self, because she's like, why would we want to go do anything? Everybody hates us. You know, why would I want to get out of this comfort zone? It's so comfortable. Aren't you comfortable? Aren't you comfortable here? It's so comfortable here. Why would you want to leave? We got water, coffee, food. We got everything we need here. What's the point of moving? What's the point of leaving? That's what she's going to tell you. That's what your old sense of self is going to tell you. And your new sense of self is like, I don't know. We need vitamin D. We haven't went outside. Let's try this. Let's go do this. Let's just get cute just to fuck with it. And your old sense of self is like, you ain't got time to do that. Look at all this other stuff you can do. Why do you want to go get cute and go outside? You got stuff you need to do right here before. It is a fucking huge battle in your brain. Like yesterday, while I'm watching Neuro Knowledge, I'm claiming him as my husband, the universe. As I'm watching Neuro Knowledge, my brain is having a complete negative war with itself. She's like thinking negative and dark and scary stuff. And then my other self is like, shut the fuck up. Don't you see we're trying to do this right now? Don't you see? Like, you're going to be the death of us, and I'm trying to keep us alive. Can you shut the fuck up for once? That's what your new self has to tell your old self to shut the fuck up. Because your old self is going to want to outdo you. It's going to be the loudest one in the room. Your old self is going to be loud. Your old self is going to try its best to drag you. And your newer self is stronger. Your newer self is stronger. But deep down, because you know your newer self is part of your old self, you don't want to beat that hoe up. You got to get to the point of beating her up. Because every time she comes with those intrusive thoughts and every time she comes with the negativity, you have to do so. So this is my solution. When that bull comes in my head, I put on something positive. I do a ritual, smoking, chilling, clean. I get my ass up and I go busy. When those intrusive thoughts come in, I try to stay busy. I try to stay busy so they don't come in. I've been doing really good lately, guys. Emotionally, mentally, spiritually. I've been getting metaphysically. I've been doing really good, you guys. Can't you see how good I look? How good? Like, I look good, y'all. I'm really proud of myself. I look good. If all the people who've been following me know how I used to look and how I used to come on live and my energy, and I cry. And I did cry last week, but at the same time, it was me showing you guys how raw and what happens when you really are trying to fix your life. I showed you guys that part of myself because I'm showing you guys this is real. I'm actually going through this spiritual journey and awakenings, and I'm going through I'm realizing the issues, the toxic traits, and I don't want them to be in my life anymore. I'm cutting them off. I'm cutting them off. Yeah. I'm cutting off everyone toxic. I'm cutting off my toxic traits and habits. I'm cutting it off. Like today, I told myself I'm not going to wake up and go on social media, and I didn't. Period. And I told myself that's going to be a new thing. When you wake up, do something productive. So when I woke up, I was looking at Duolingo. I was learning my Spanish. Yo hablo español, yo practico ya otra la hoy. Whew. No fácil, difícil. So I've been learning my Spanish first thing I wake up, and I try to do my French, and then now I got freaking Nero. So after I started doing my Spanish, I went to go get my coffee. I started listening to Nero. Nero's like my new school, and he's free. And then he started getting my rabbit hole. Like, I've been talking about these things for a long time. I've been researching these things for a long time. More of the psychology, the philosophy is new to me. But we all learn physics in high school. Well, most of us in the States, we learn physics in high school. And you kind of, the basis of everything, you kind of learn about metaphysics. You learn physics. So, like, I'm a nerd. I love information. So when I saw this channel of this sexy, dark-skinned, tall, beautiful, I don't know if he's tall, but he's sexy and dark. I don't care if you call it. We can be the same size. He's still sexy. Man, and I have ADHD. I can't really focus. So I can focus on this man a whole fucking video. And you got this man talking about things that I've been obsessing, trying to find out, and I've been wanting more black philosophers. So he's black, and he's talking about things that are intriguing, and he's being honest, and you can tell he's really done the work, how he breaks it down. And because I think fast and speak fast, I love that he speaks fast. Sometimes when I'm really like chilling, I might have to slow him down a little bit because he'll speak really fast to get the information, but most times I love that. That's how my brain works. So he breaks things down, and he got me thinking about so many things. And you know, a lot of times we are misconstrued. Like, a lot of these things that make you feel like you can just put stuff in the universe, write it up, do spells and all that's going to happen, is not reality. And I knew that's reality because I'm low-key a scientist. Like, I'm a fan of science. That was one of my best subjects in school. That was one of my easiest subjects, was science. So, like, to see him, to like break down the science and the spiritual realm and your brain versus reality, the third dimension, all that stuff, and I'm retaining the information. Yeah, I've only been looking at him for like 2 days. And I'm retaining the information because it's important. And it's things that can help you with your life. Like for instance, I was like, you know what? Looking at my hair and stuff, I just washed it and stuff. It was a big cahoop. I just got up on live, fluffed it up. I was like, fine, it's going to be like this. It's going to be like this. Cute. I didn't have to, it wasn't a hard task. My old self was like, just put a fucking rag on your head and get on live. It's so much work. My old self would have been like, why are you doing all that for? Just get on, you got stuff to do. My new self was like, it's not going to take me more than 5 minutes. I just got out, I just washed my hair. I just need to let it dry out and fluff it out. And that's what I did. And it was under 5 minutes of me to do so. Okay? So it's like we have these things in our head that hold us back. My old self was holding me back, and I'm telling that, shut the fuck up. And I'm really going to bury that hoe. I'm really going to bury my old sense self because she got me fucked up if she thinks she's going to fuck up the operation. If she thinks that she going to fuck up what's meant for us or meant for me, she got the game all the way messed up. I'm going to need her to have several seats. Okay? Period. Clock it. Clock it, clock it, clock it, clock it, clock it. Okay? Because, okay, so I have like a clip of him, and I'm going to play him for y'all. So y'all can kind of understand what I'm saying. I'm saying his name. Y'all follow him on YouTube, Nero. And I usually don't give a lot of people clout that I love or I follow because I be gatekeeping my spiritual, because y'all don't, but I ain't gonna gatekeep. It's Nero knowledge. 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 Narrow knowledge. Okay. He got 4,000 to 120,000 followers in like a month or something like that. Because it's serious. So I don't think he really cared. This man, I can tell by on his videos that he spends a day or two or a week just recording this information. And I know he spent a lot on this information. And you guys, I can't wait, because I'm definitely going to have my whiteboard over here. It has been cleared. My whiteboard, I might dress it up real cute because I'm a little extra. I got some stuff for this side. And y'all don't know this, but this is my office. This is not my bedroom. A lot of people think this is my bedroom. This is not my bedroom. No. This is my office. And it's been playing the whole time I've been here. So we're gonna jazz this up and jazz it up, because I have a lot of information philosophically, and I study, and like I read a lot of books. Like in my first apartment, in my old apartment, I had a bookshelf and I had like 45 books in it. And to remind you, those are the books I bought. Here at home, I read a lot of those books and give them away, but I still have like 10 books. And I read a lot of books at libraries, and I rent them out and give them back. So I have a lot of information. Like, I even have my Patreon. You guys go check out my Patreon, because I haven't really promoting my Patreon because I haven't been active, because I have a free book on there, and I have things and courses and like all these things. But I know for a fact that I was meant to be here. And I say that. I was meant to be here and meant to be greatness. Listen, I didn't really mesh with a lot of people because I felt like my gifts given to me by my ancestors in the universe is really, really beautiful. And I don't really like sharing my energy with people. And this year, I really learned that. Like, I don't like sharing my energy to people who don't deserve it. There's people who are great people that I attract, and those people are amazing, and I'm so happy that I met them. But there's some people that I'm like, why did I even waste my time? So you got to learn that. And life is about learning. And you know why I love when Tim say, I love to learn. I'm here to learn. That is the most living thing you can say. That is the most spiritual thing you can say. And like I said, and like I love when Nero says spirituality without, I think it's a mentality. Spirituality without mentality is vanity. It's like, if you don't do the work and you're just doing all these freaking, just writing stuff down. I never liked that stuff. I don't even like to journal like that. I only journal if I have like a huge epiphany. But I don't journal every day. I just do stuff. I don't write stuff down like I used to. But like, to be honest, I feel like I'd rather just do it. I'd rather prove to myself that I can get up and do it than go through all these hoops. Like, I'm a firm believer of just doing it. Everybody's like, oh, and so I'm so happy we got Nero here, because Nero gets me. He's one of the very few spiritual people who get me. I have followed other people, and I'll put y'all on a game. I follow other spiritual people, but I feel like Nero is closest to me personality-wise, science-wise, reality. Like, I love his channel. I'm obsessed. He's teaching me a lot of stuff. He's breaking stuff that I've been kind of known on the surface. He's breaking it down intricately. He's elaborating. Okay, it's giving, honey. So I'm gonna give you guys some spiritual people, and I'm gonna give you guys kind of like a journey tip. So like, I used to watch Hindsight. His channel has changed, but it's a great channel for people who are not ready to get into the depth. See, this is the thing. I've had many journeys that got me prepared for the depth. The universe will come when you're ready. I was ready to hear this information by somebody. I was ready to hear this information from him. I was ready, because I wouldn't be ready. And his channel is new. That's crazy. His channel is kind of new. I wasn't ready for his information years ago. I wasn't mentally, emotionally, spiritually prepared to meet up with his frequency, to actually be able to have so many mental orgasms. Like, I wasn't ready. But now that I'm ready, it's it gets to me. So I started with Hindsight. He's a great person on YouTube. If you're on the surface level, and I'm not saying he's a surface level person or creator, I'm just saying like it's more soothing, relaxing channel, right? To kind of get your mind off things, okay? But before I was on Hindsight, I was looking up more rigorous. So like Mel Robbins and Leo Skeppy, they were very well, not Leo Skeppy is very brash, but Mel Robbins, I would listen to Mel Robbins for days. I would listen to people like Mel Robbins for days and have all this positivity in my brain. Also, Mr. Shetty. That was the start of this journey. And when I was listening to these things, and that was the majority of the information that I was gathering in my brain, good things start happening for me because of the information I'm putting in my brain and what I will be focused on. I wouldn't be focused on anything else but my task and keeping that frequency all day and keeping that information all day, right? So then times got rough. I stopped listening to them. And then I found somebody like maybe like 4 months ago. I started listening to Liz. I always get her name messed up because it's such a tongue twice, but she's also I love a beautiful woman that's powerful when she speaks with conviction, because that's me, period. That's me. So like a girl that is like girly, pretty, cute, but that can tell you about life and give you the journey and give you the honest reality and the metaphysics and spirituality and all these things. I start falling in love with it again, with metaphysics. I've always been a spiritual person, but spirituality and metaphysics goes together. I've always liked psychology. All of those things go together. So I got back in my bag and and then I started doing a lot of more. I'm a visual person. I'm a visual learner. I like presentations. I like videos. I start really listening to more metaphysics in different forms. And that's what led me to my man, Neural Knowledge. That's what led me to him. That's what led me to him. I was ready. I was ready. I was already listening to Leo Skeppy, Wiz the Lizard, other little channels. Carmelita Fox, love her. Share 7. It was just more about like shaping your reality by shaping your mind. But a lot of time people don't tell you it's action based. And I love that a lot of these people were talking about the actions you need to take to get what you actually desire. And you got to really think about it. And you got to go through a lot of things to know what do you actually want out of life. Sometimes you think you know, but you don't really know. It could be a very simple thing. And I had to start looking at the simplicity of it. What do I really, 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 really want? And for me, it's health and happiness. And money and all that comes with that. Money will help you stay healthy. Money will help you stay happy. But keeps you happy is self-love, self-perseverance, character traits, being stern with your boundaries. All of those things are under the umbrella of happiness and health, right? So that's what I really want. Now I know what I really, really want. Those two things. What will keep and sustain that for me and get me to the highest versions of those things? What do I need to do to stay there? So once I realized that, I'm like, okay, I know what I need to do. I know what I'm going to tolerate, I'm not going to tolerate. I know what I'm willing to do, I know what I'm not willing to do, and I'm going to stand on that. I know what makes me feel good. I know what will not make me feel good. I know I have options. Everything is going to be uncomfortable. I know there's things that make me uncomfortable, and then I internalize it and be a crybaby about it. And I'm like, I only do that because I'm uncomfortable. Is it really life or death? Is it really determining who I am as a person? Is it determining my future? Does it determine who I am 5 years? No, it doesn't. It's just very uncomfortable. It's irritating. It's annoying. Like, that's it. Instead of trying, when something doesn't happen the way you want it, it's like, oh, again, this happened to me and can't believe this is happening to me. Oh, I don't want to do it no more. I don't want to do this. I want to escape. I want to go out. I just want to turtle. Like, that is not going to help you in 5-10 years. If it's a situation you don't like, you take it, you learn a lesson, and you're like, is this going to, and this is the mindset. When you're faced with something that makes you uncomfortable, you have to be like, is it really a big deal? Like, is this going to harm me in 4 years, 5 months, 5 weeks? Like, is this going to determine who I'm going to become just because somebody told me no or I didn't get what I want? Does it really matter? Does it matter? When we think about hello and we think about the big scope of things, does that matter? Does it? Huh? Does it matter? Let that sink in. Does it really matter, y'all? This is dirty. I'm sorry. This has been dirty the whole time. Oh, y'all can see the whole setup. Does it really matter? No, it doesn't matter. It's uncomfortable. You're rejected. You might not like it, but like, it's not going to change anything, especially if you have something for you. It doesn't matter. Like, that's going to happen. It's not gonna. It's just continue being you. Continue to present yourself how you want to present yourself. Continue showing up for yourself how you want to show up for yourself. Continue, like, when you have a vision on how you want to look, sometimes it's extravagant. I know my vision on how I want to look is crazy. It's not crazy, but it's extravagant. And I'm like, okay, how do I get a similar effect without driving myself crazy? You see, how do you think about going about approaching things? Your approach. That's basically what it is. The approach to the execution. How do you figure out how to make stuff sense for you so your mind doesn't create this reality that's counterproductive and is negative, and you start living in that negative bubble? How do you prevent that cycle? Oh my God, I cannot wait to get my whiteboard. So guys, when I come back, I'm gonna have my whiteboard. I'm gonna do my lives in my car and stuff because I'm gonna be taking hikes and all this type of stuff, going my nature and doing things for myself. So I'll definitely be showing you guys a lot of things. And I think I'm gonna bring my tripod with me. My problem is when I try to bring my tripod with me, I really don't have nowhere. I don't know how to take it down. But definitely gonna have to have these questions. I'm gonna go through these slides and have some notes and break a lot of things down and create more videos about these things. So you guys, I really appreciate you guys for watching. I got things I gotta do. This was very fun. It was very informal. I feel like I had a review class with my man. And yeah. Y'all have a good day. Peace, blessings, all love.